Hi, this is tennis coach Robert here with carlbotennis.com. Today we're going to go ahead and work on the forehand, but we're going to do a shadow. So we're going to shadow the forehand, the basic forehand, the foundation, the oatmeal so you speak, without the extra stuff. You add a little bit of that later. So we're going to go ahead and do this. The more times you watch this and the more times you shadow this together with me, the better off your strokes are going to be. So we're going to go take this step by step, and we're going to have a couple of other shadow type videos that are going to help us to get it so we get the technique done correctly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and like I said, this is the basic foundation. We're going to start off with the ready position. So we're in the ready position. We have two hands on the racket, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the unit turn. So we're going to take the left hand, we're going to pull the racket back this way. So here, pull. The next thing you're going to notice when I do this is my left leg goes up also. So I want you guys to just do this first step with me. This is the turn. Okay, once we have the turn, then we're going to go ahead with racket back and down. So we're going to go turn, racket back, down. Turn, racket back, down. I'm going to go ahead and make the turn a little bit deeper. So instead of just turning right here at 90 degrees, I'm going to turn a little bit more, turn back to here, so my chin and my shoulders connect. I'm looking forward, I turn, I get to this position right here, and then I take the racket back and down. So that's going to help me to make sure that my racket stays organized back here. Okay, so turn, racket back, down. It's going to help us with that loop. Okay, I want you to also make sure that you look at my left foot as it comes up and turns. So I'm shifting my weight to my right foot. So here, I want you to do this, and while you're doing this, I want you to keep your head straight forward, looking at where the ball's coming. So we get this motion right here. Turn, racket back, down. Now the next step is we're going to go ahead and move the feet. My left hand is going to stay in this position. We move the feet. So we go turn, racket back, down, move the feet. And we're doing this from a square stance. Move the feet. One more time. Turn, racket back, down, move the feet. Now we're going to go ahead from this position here, moving my feet. I'm going to use my left arm. I have to get it out of the way, so I'm going to take my left arm out of the way. So we go turn, racket back, move the feet. I did not mention that we're going to step first with the left foot. Sorry. Turn, racket back, adjust the feet, step. So I'm going to turn my foot forward this way. Okay, turn, pull out, hips come through. Turn, racket back down, move my feet, step, pull, hips. Turn, racket back down, move my feet, plant, pull, hips. So we're going to take a look at just this part right here. Step, pull. So we're going to go step, pull, step, pull. This left arm is going to help me with my rotation. And I want to make sure that I step and I pull forward with my hips. My right foot is going to come up. My racket is going to lag. It's going to come up. Pull. Okay? So the racket is in this position. Depending on your grip, it may be more tilted down. I'm going to have just a basic Eastern forehand. If you have more of a semi-Western or full Western, the racket face may be pointing down. But that is not really the point here. We just want to make sure we have this. Step, arm out of the way, pull, and then we're going to go forward until your chin, I'm looking in the direction of where the ball is, until my shoulder comes up, my chin, my racket is going forward. Okay, so we're here, pull, forward. Okay, and for the top spin, we're going to go a little bit, bend the knees a little bit and come up this way, up. Okay, I'm going to be using my legs, come up, bending my knees, coming up, forward, here, and then I continue and I get my racket over towards my left shoulder. So we're going to go ahead and take the full step here, back, adjust the feet, step, pull, hips, forward, and across. And I want to make sure that my chin now touches my other shoulder. Okay, turn, back, adjust the feet, pull, hips, and across. So we're gonna go ahead and go a little bit faster. Okay, turn, back, adjust the feet. Okay, we wanna make sure we have this. We keep doing this over and over to make sure that we get this. We wanna stay nice and relaxed while we're doing this. And the more times we do this, we go ahead. Focus on each one of the steps. My racket is back, I adjust my feet, pull and forward. Pull and forward. In some of my other videos, we've talked about all the different parts, but now we're putting it together. So we go ahead, pull and forward. And we do this quite regularly to make sure that we are able to get the strokes going correctly. So we want to just make sure we go turn, adjust the feet, pull, and across. And we can go ahead and move the feet a little bit, go from side to side to create this motion. And we keep going with this over and over, adjusting the feet, doing the same motion. So we repeat this, and we do this over and over so that we can go ahead and get this down pat. This is the foundation. And once we get this, we track the ball and make sure we're in the right position. We shadow this all the time to make sure we have the best motion that we can get using the proper kinetic chain, and that will help us. So the more you look at the video and follow along, this is meant to be more of an interactive type of video that you follow, and I'm going to do a few more of these where you go ahead and just follow along with me and get the basics going, and that will help you so that when the ball comes, I'm just going ahead and swinging right through without necessarily thinking about anything because I have the motion done completely right. Okay, so get into this position, adjust the feet, pull and come across. We go back, adjust the feet, pull, come across. And the more we do this, bend the knees coming up, and we focus on making sure we have a smooth and easy motion so that when I finally do have the ball, I can do something that's going to look very similar to what I just did. So I want to create a situation where I'm able to hit the ball using turn, adjust, pull. I got a little close there. Turn, adjust, pull, and follow through, making sure we use a technique that is very similar to what I just did. And here, okay, and once we go ahead and I hit this ball here, and now I'm going to go ahead, and so you see this motion here. Again, the shadow motion should be very similar to what I just did. And I go ahead, and it should look similar to what we just did. Turn, adjust the feet. Ball machine is acting up. Okay, turn, racket back, adjust the feet, pull up, turn, adjust the feet. So in this situation, from now on, when I'm doing this, I have my technique down packed, and the only thing that I really have to focus on is tracking the ball, making sure that my feet are in position. So I have to move to make sure my feet are in position to get into the right position to hit this shot. So if I have this basic motion and I practice it over and over, I just have to make the adjustment based on tracking the ball. And tracking the ball is the tricky part. But the more I practice seeing balls coming to me, in addition to shadowing, it's very important. And the shadow is so important that you see many professional tennis players, before a match, they start to shadow and do these things. So I hope this video was useful and helpful. And you can watch it over and over and make sure that you follow along with it, because it's meant to be a follow along video. You can use while watching it on your phone while warming up. You can do a couple of these strokes and make sure you just shadow using the proper form and getting sure that we get it right, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video and subscribing. And if you enjoy this video, please share it And if you're not a subscriber, I appreciate it tremendously if you did subscribe. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
For more information on Carlbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Carlbo Tennis. Tennis for the people.